Hey, what's up, guys? New to this. So, yeah, I don't know what to say really. I was watching this show, Criminal Minds. I'm sure you've heard of it. And a question popped up on it. And it was, why does this guy stutter? Stuttering. Alright. I stutter, actually. Too. The question popped up on the show. It got me thinking. I was like, yeah, why do people stutter? Like, why do I stutter? I don't understand it. So, you know, this generation went to YouTube. Why do people stutter? And looked at some things and like kind of made sense, but it kind of didn't. There was some good stuff on there, I guess. Just wanted to say something about my experience with stuttering. So first time I started stuttering, I guess, from what I can remember, I've always stuttered, so I don't really know. But I remember I was like in kindergarten, first grade, something like that. And like, I don't know, I just remember kind of just stumbling over words or like not being able to get things out, stuff like that. And my teacher like called my mom and was like, hey, your child probably needs to go to these speech therapy classes because he stutters, or we think he might stutter or something like that. So my mom's like, all right. So I go to these speech classes and everything. They had me like read some sentences and like say some words. And so I stutter apparently, all right. But I'm not doing it now because I'm by myself. I'm comfortable with my being alone and like whatever else, So, yeah. So went to the therapy classes, went to those like every like 2 or 3 days out of the week during school. And they like pull me out of class and like just take me to the therapy room and like just learn these little techniques and like just read and slow down your speech, like shit like that. This is really stupid. It's supposed to, and you're supposed to, some people grow out of it, some people keep it. Just depends on your brain, I guess, from what the videos were saying earlier. So moving on, like first grade, still with the speech therapy classes. Second grade, still with the speech therapy classes. Third, fourth, fifth, got to middle school. I mean, I got the hang of it, of what I was supposed to be doing with like technique wise. They taught me like this tapping thing with your fingers, like say each syllable as you go along, like just tap. And then you can like tap on like your knee or something, like while you're sitting down, or just like slow down completely and take every single syllable as it comes out, which is super fucking annoying, and no one wants to sit there and listen to that because it's all about getting shit done. Say what you gotta say, get it out of the way. Especially like now I'm in the military now, so it's like very fucking aggravating sometimes. Like I catch myself like going to one of my like higher ups and being like, sorry, like they're like, are you scared? Are you nervous? I'm like, no, I just stutter, and it's crazy. Like I was in Pensacola for school for my training and stuff, and the job I was going to do, like one of the requirements for that job was you couldn't have a speech impediment, like, and it said like you could not stutter, and I stuttered, but that's not the reason why I left that schooling. But it was this weird. The first day I was like, first or second day I was there, I went to report to our instructors, and I walked up to the fucking to the counter at attention. Uh, Airman Prince Airman Prince Picard, that stuttered there, reporting, and I stuttered like my last name. I stutter mostly on like P's and F's. That's like my trigger letters and words, I guess. Like my last name's Picard, and I can't. If I'm gonna put on the spot, like, what's your name? I'm like, yeah, it's like a block. Like, I just can't get it out there. So, yeah, it's just funny. He's like, "Are you scared? Are you nervous?" I was like, "No, petty officer. I stutter." And he was like, "Oh, okay. My brother stuttered. That shit was horrible." I was like, "Yes, petty officer. It's pretty terrible." And he's like, "Get out of here." I was like, "All right." So just left. But anyways, I got to middle school. I'm not really sure if I did therapy in middle school, but I transferred schools, and I'm not sure if I did therapy at that school or not. I can't remember. But then I transferred back to my old school, and I know I started back classes then, and I was in sports and like all that kind of stuff. All my friends were like, "Where do you go during class? Like, why do you leave for like an hour and like just come back randomly?" I'm like, "Oh, I was like embarrassed of like stuttering. Like, people know I stutter, obviously, because I stutter. Like, but I was like, yeah, I was like the quiet guy that didn't really like say much, and I just kind of like stuck to myself. But I had friends and everything still too, but only like my close friends really knew I stuttered. So like, oh man, yeah, I'm just like going to like help out in the gym or something. I'm just doing that, whatever. They ask me to do something in the library or whatever. Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool, man. That's cool. At least you get to get out of class." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." So like middle school therapy, I feel like was more helpful than as when I was younger, because I'm not. I feel like I was. Attention in the building, must be class 155 in the relish CPR. I say again, must be class 155 in the relish CPR. Sorry, I'm in the barracks right now at my school. So there's like, one MC went off. But in like middle school, I feel like I was more, when you're a child, like in grade school, you don't really like comprehend what's wrong, I feel like. So when I was older and able to understand, like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be speaking, but this is not how I'm speaking, it's easier to grasp and like comprehend like what you need to be doing to like slow yourself down, and like how you're supposed to be presentable to like normal society, I guess. So it helped more in middle school, and once I got to high school, like I didn't take classes anymore. Like it wasn't offered in high school, I guess. So just kind of had to start doing my own thing. So I was supposed to take the techniques I learned from grade school, middle school, and stuff like that. I was done with it, so I had to move on. Just had to take it for myself. It's never really like stopped me from anything, I guess. It just kind of like, people get aggravated and like, "What's up with that?" Like, or "What is that?" And I'm like, "What's what?" And they're like, "What would you do with your mouth that's there?" Or like, "What are you doing?" Like, why'd you stop? I'm like, "Sorry, I stutter." Like, "Oh, okay. Why do you stutter?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. I stutter." A lot of girls think it's cute, which is like, it's not cute. It's not fun. I don't like doing that. I don't enjoy it. I'm like, "Hey, girl, what's up?" Like, no one wants that. It's stupid. But yeah, it's like, so high school didn't offered courses or classes, whatever. But you just had to take those techniques and move on past it, pretty much, which isn't hard. But now that I'm older, I'm 26 now, and I still stutter. Like, it's still a problem. Like, it's the issue that I go through every day, and it is what it is. But I feel like now that I'm older, I just don't give a fuck. Like, it's whatever. Like, why do you like? I'm stuttering, so what? It's not a big deal. If you want to have a conversation with me and I end up stuttering and you don't want to stick around for it, all right, cool. Less for me to say, less for me to struggle and stress about it, trying to come up with the right words or like whatever. But yeah, if you're like a young kid, I guess this is the moral story is like this. If you're a young kid and you stutter, like it's not a big deal. It's not gonna slow you down. Um, Eventually, it's going to be like whatever. Like you might get picked on like you might get picked on. Like I got picked on. It's not a big deal. Like, oh, you stutter. Like, so what? That doesn't stop me like from who I am, like what I am doing as a person. Like, I just speak differently than you do. So it is what it is. It's not gonna slow anything down. Like still be you, man. Like especially like if you're a young kid, like it's gonna be aggravating. It's gonna get annoying, and you're gonna get aggravated and pissed off and like angry, and you're not gonna talk much probably. But just talk, just have friends, and be a kid and like have fun. Like when you get older, it's not gonna do anything. Like no one's gonna be like pick on you. If they do, they're an asshole, and like just don't deal with them. Like you don't need that in your life. So I mean, just whatever. It's what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. So I guess that was it. I was watching this show, and it like got me thinking. Like, this is my first time filming myself talking, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. We'll see. But yeah, if you stutter, okay, it's not a big deal. Like, it sucks sometimes, but it is what it is.